Welcome back to some more of the Tsumihoroboshi. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm excited as a motherfucker. So where we last left off, well, Rena is still under delusion, sadly enough, but not to mention, like, maybe they're still trying to find a way, but who knows whether it turns out as a bad ending or not at the very end of the last chapter, but we'll see. Oh man, what to do from there? Okay, anyway. I exited to the hallway. Then I heard the tone of her voice change. What? Where are you right now? What? I yelled and looked back at her. It was probably Rena. She called the school. I tried to go back inside the teacher's office, but Chie-sensei gestured at me not to come in. Chie-sensei acknowledged that what Rena was saying several times, and then she looked up at the clock. Okay, I'll be there. I'm your teacher. You promised me, alright? She said only that, put the phone down. Oh man, put the phone down and got her purse out of her locker. Class president, I have an emergency to take care of. I'm going out for a while, so please have everybody study by themselves while I'm gone. She took her car key out from her purse. It was obvious that she was going to see Rena somewhere. Chie-sensei, was it Rena? That's all. You're in charge of the class, okay? Chie-sensei completely ignored me and ran out into the hallway. She ran to the schoolyard and got into her car. The moment her car left through the gate, I ran out to the schoolyard myself. I headed for the black car parked near the gate and knocked on the window. How are you doing, my lady? Everything's quiet so far. I know, but I need you to follow that car that just left. I think she's going to meet Rena. Understood. Rena is very paranoid, so you need to be careful. Bring her to my house right after you catch her. After that, follow Kasai's orders. She's my friend. You better not get her hurt. Rena must have told Chie-sensei that she wanted to talk to her alone. I could tell that easily from the way she ignored my question. Oh no! Why am I getting the feeling that Chie is gonna get killed by Rena? I don't know, man. I could tell that easily from the way she ignored my question. But hey, man, it's a blind playthrough, you know? I did feel a little bad for ruining their promise, but it was very important that we caught her before she did something wrong. We could still make up an excuse that she was just wandering around because she had a fight with her father and ran away from home. But if she set fire to the clinic or something, there would be nothing I could do. The car made a rough U-turn on the gravel road, and it chased after Chie-sensei's car at full speed. Oh my goodness. I watched the car until it was gone. All I could do now was to pray that this would be settled calmly. Hey, pay attention everyone. Well, we need to study by ourselves for the rest of the class today. So get back to your desks and study quietly. Self-studying? Mion ran up to me and spoke quietly. Rena just called. What? Really? Yeah, she just called the teacher's office. I think Chie-sensei went to meet with Rena. Rena, I wonder what she's going to do. I have no idea. Anyway, I told my bodyguards to follow Chie-sensei's car. I feel bad for Rena, but we're going to capture her there by force. Well, I hope it works. They're used to doing this kind of stuff. I'm sure they'll do fine. So if they catch her, is everything going to be over? I don't know how you would catch her though. Like, maybe, what if she has a weapon? I mean, I've seen images of Rena where she just holds a weapon. So if they catch her, is everything going to be over? Yeah, we'll send her to a hospital. If a doctor sees her, I'm sure he'll find a typical kind of disease or something. It'll be like obsessive psychosomatic disorder or whatever or whatever. Wow. What 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 a long worded moment. No words. While we were spending our afternoon studying peacefully, the members of the Sonozaki family would capture Rena, who was waiting for Chie-sensei somewhere. the problem would be solved. It wasn't going to be easy after that, but I was sure Mayon would take care of her. They would take good care of her, that is. And in the end, everybody would understand that Rena just ran away from home because of a silly fight with her father. A happy ending. No words. Problem solved, right? Mayon winked at me. She looked like she already thought everything was over, but that just didn't sound right to me. I couldn't see any connection between Rena and Chie-sensei. It was hard to explain, but there was something wrong. I wasn't saying that they didn't get along. Rena was a good student, so Chie-sensei had a good relationship with her. But I just didn't understand what Rena wanted from Chie-sensei. While I was thinking about it, the door opened and one of our classmates came back from the bathroom. It was Rena. Rena! Everybody stand up. Move to the center of the room. Everyone gasped in surprise. What the? Holy! Even Chie-sensei couldn't make everybody go so quiet all of a sudden. Whoa! Rena was gripping the shoulder of the student who came back from the bathroom. In her other hand, she had a big, scary-looking hatchet. It was the same one she had the other night. Everyone immediately understood that Rena had taken a hostage. Are you all deaf? Move to the center of the room. Push the desk to the side. Nobody grasped what she was asking us to do. We all froze. Rena was the only one who was smiling. It was terrifying. Whoa! Rena is being the freaking antagonist all along because she's freaking psycho. What is... This is a psychotic experience. Fucking lunatic. Michan, you're the class president. Tell everyone to move to the center. Rena, what are you doing? Bam. A loud noise washed out Mion's voice. Rena hit the teacher's desk really hard with her hatchet. She pulled out the hatchet, making an ominous ripping noise. There was now a line of violence carved plainly into the desk. Uh-oh. She broke it. Chie-sensei is going to get mad when she comes back. No, that wasn't it. What the hell? What the absolute hell? I knew I couldn't trust you, Michan. I'm going to ask Keiichi-kun then. You're my only friend, right, Keiichi-kun? So, I can trust you, can't I? But Rena, your eyes look so scary. I've never seen eyes like that in my life. Your eyes are full of insanity. Why are people afraid of insanity? Insanity means that a person doesn't share the same values and the same common sense as us. For example, say a thief breaks into your house and he ties you up. You'll get scared and wonder if he's going to stab you before he leaves. But you hope that the thief has feelings too, and that he's not going to kill you for no reason. No matter how bad the person is, we tend to believe in his goodwill as long as we share the same values, the same common sense, and the same morals as him. But we can't expect goodwill from somebody who doesn't have those things. Oh, I clicked off the window, goddammit. Doesn't have those things. We can't expect goodwill from a person who can't communicate with us. When a burglar has a knife and you beg him not to hurt you, you expect him to listen to you and to show you mercy. In other words, you can still communicate with him. But if he doesn't have the ability to communicate, he's just like a monster that's trying to attack you. Or like the blade of a guillotine that's falling down on you. You fear him because you can't communicate with him. That's insanity. It was the same fear we were feeling towards Rena at that very moment. She looked like a human just like us. But there was no room for her to communicate with us like a normal person could do. Everybody understood that fear instantly. Keiichi-kun, make them move the desk to make room in the middle. Okay, everybody, let's do as Rena says. Rena was like a barrel of gunpowder at that moment. She seemed really calm and quiet, but she could explode any minute. When she did, I doubt she'd show us any mercy. she probably wouldn't hesitate to use that hatchet on us. That's right. Just like how I didn't feel guilty or hesitate to kill Rena and Mion. Everybody went all quiet while pushing the desks against the wall to make a space while Rena monitored. Rena, saying that we're moving too slow, hit the blackboard with the hatchet, making a horrible noise. Every time she did that, she left an equally horrible scar on the blackboard, the thing that we looked at most in the school. Keiichi-kun, can you get the jump ropes out from the lockers? Use them to tie our classmates up. I'm not good at tying knots. I probably can't tie them up very well. I'll check one by one if you tie them up well enough. If I find the ropes loose, I'll kill the person, so you better tie them up really well. We were still kids. We saw the word kill all the time. It was used a lot in the comic books and cartoons after all. Not movies use the word kill all the time as well. So normally you'd assume we'd be used to hearing the word kill. But when Rena said she'd kill us, it sounded so frightening. I'd never heard something like that before in my life. To Rena, our lives were like cards she could use for negotiation. She'd get rid of one card every time somebody refused her request. Get rid of? Damn it! Why did we use such scary words like get rid of for simple things like playing cards? Anyway, there were about 20 students in the class. That was a little bit too many for Rena to handle. She might get rid of one or two just to get an example. I decided to do what Rena said because I didn't want her to lose her temper. I got out everybody's jump ropes from their lockers. All of you, get on the floor. Keiichi-kun, you can start tying their hands behind their backs. Tie them really tightly. You're on my side, aren't you? You wouldn't tie them loosely on purpose, would you? No words. Mion tried to make eye contact with me. If everybody was tied down, we wouldn't be able to stop her from occupying the school. There were more than 20 students in this class. Half of them were boys, but most of them were smaller than Rena. But there were enough people here to overpower her. But if we did that, Rena would probably hit her hostage with the hatchet. And she'd use the hatchet to attack the rest of us without hesitation. It'd be a bloody battle. I'm sure somebody would get hurt if we tried to overpower her. The hostage would be seriously injured, or maybe even die. No shit! This is a freaking dire situation. If that happened, it was all over. It should be, it was all over, you know? No matter how hard we tried to cover up, she'd never be able to live peacefully like before. Mion seemed to understand that too. I could tell from Rena's eyes that she wasn't going to go easy on us. If somebody showed defiance, she'd break the hostage's head open immediately. Of course, Rena had done that before. She'd probably do it again with no hesitation. But as long as we did what she said, we could prevent that bloody tragedy. If we could somehow solve this situation without shedding any blood with Mion's influence, we might still be able to pretend that this never happened. At the least, we had to make sure she didn't kill anyone. Well, ain't that some shit? Apparently, Rena phone called the school and lured the Chie and Mion's bodyguards out of the school just so she can just ambush the students. Well, holy shit. At the least, we had to make sure it didn't kill anyone. Let's do as Rena says, Kei-chan. Mion tried to think of ways to overpower Rena, but she couldn't come up with any good ideas to save the hostage. That's how easy it would be for Rena to kill them. The best thing to do at that time was to wait for her chance without agitating her further. Mion lay down on the floor, and everyone else followed suit, sluggish with terror, and I was left alone, standing rooted to the spot with jump ropes in my hands. All my classmates were lying face down on the floor, while Rena was pointing the hatchet at the hostage, watching our every move from behind the teacher's desk. I just stood frozen in the middle of it all. Keiichi-kun, there are many things I want you to help me with, so hurry up. If you take too long, some of them might have to die. Some of the little kids started crying when they heard the word die. It's alright, everyone. Keiichi-kun will save you, so nobody's going to die. Ha 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 ha. Freaking psychotic laughter. Damn it, what a bold threat. She said I was her friend, but she was just playing with the meaning of the word. That is what a trollish scheme. The meaning of the word. I was the last person who could still fight against Rena under these circumstances, but it wasn't going to be easy to overpower her by myself. I wasn't sure if I could do that. Even if I tried to act tough, once Rena pointed the hatchet at somebody's neck, it was over. I shouldn't fight against her for now. I should just wait for her chance. As long as Rena was alone, there would be a chance. She made me tie them up because she couldn't do that by herself. There was a limit to what she could do, because she was by herself. If we could cover this up somehow before Chie-sensei came back, they'd still be able to pretend like we were kidding around. I finally realized something. I realized why Rena called Chie-sensei to meet with her. In order for Rena to take over the classroom, she needed to get rid of Chie-sensei. Chie-sensei had a very strong sense of justice. Even if Rena had a gun, she wouldn't hesitate to overpower her. She was the kind of teacher who would risk her life for her students. Rena needed to figure out how to get rid of Chie-sensei. That was the key to her plan. Rena probably thought about attacking her from behind at first, but there was risk there, as Chie-sensei was a grown-up woman, so she probably thought that attacking her directly wasn't a wise choice. So naturally, the next option was to lure her out somewhere. That's what I said! Rena called Chie-sensei and told me she wanted to talk to her in private in order to lure her out to someplace far from here. Most people, including Chie-sensei, thought Rena was just running away from home. So Chie-sensei must have thought Rena had some problems she wanted to talk to her about. It was too easy to deceive her. Well, goddamn. Where did she make the phone call from? She probably used a phone in the school. Well, not in school to be exact. She probably used the phone on the second floor of the school, the one belonging to the forestry service. This school was using part of the forestry service building, but this particular location was more of a branch office, so it's not like somebody was here all the time. Rena knew that, and she'd probably been hiding there for a while. She called the phone on the first floor from the second floor, and she made Chie-sensei leave the school. I didn't think it was a coincidence that the principal was on a business trip today. She probably snuck into the school yesterday. She saw the principal's schedule, learned how to call the phone on the first floor from the second, and carried out her plan. She planned it perfectly. Yeah, I knew it. Rena was insane, but I knew she was also actually really calm. She was possessed by her delusion, but she was also unbelievably calm about it. So she could still think fast. I knew that very well because I'd been through the same thing before. What was worse than that is that Mion's bodyguards were gone. Mion told them to follow Chie-sensei because she thought Chie-sensei was going to meet with Rena. Damn it, everything seemed to be working out in her favor. I'm done. I tied up the last person and I looked in Rena's direction. If I didn't tie them up really tightly, Rena would kill them. But when I tied them too tightly, they suffered in pain. Their pained cries made me feel useless. Thank you, Keiichi-kun. I don't mean to doubt you, Keiichi-kun, but I'll make sure just in case. Please put your hands on your head and lie face down on the floor. And I'm saying this to everybody. You stand up without my permission, I'll kill you. I'll kill whoever stood up and one more person randomly to set an example. It's not nice to be chosen randomly, huh? Oh, there's a good idea. I'll kill the person who didn't listen to me, add 10 to his or her student number, and kill that person too. For example, let's say Okamura-kun didn't listen to me. I'd kill him and Watanabe-kun, because his student number is 11. Get it? I'll always be killing two of you at the same time. You better remember that you involve another person's life, besides your own, when you attempt to stand against me. How awful. She totally understood how to threaten people. Normally, you stand against an attacker at your own risk. If you fail, you're going to die. But if you were responsible for someone else, then you couldn't try to resist. You can't risk somebody's life with your own decisions. Okay, everybody is tied up nice and tight. You said you aren't good at tying knots, but you did very well, Cajun. You should be proud of yourself. Well, you can stand up now. It was too late to fight back. I followed her orders. I just had to wait for a chance. We could still turn this into some kind of a bad joke. I had to. I had to do something. Anyway, what were you planning to do, Rena? Don't tell me this is the come-from-behind victory you were talking about. Oh, man. Oh, great. A little transition scene sequencing just for the thumbnail. Ain't this a bitch. Okonomiya SP to all vehicles. Okonomiya SP to all vehicles. A hostage situation has broken out at the Hinamizawa Forestry Service building. There are reportedly multiple hostages. All vehicles are to head to the Forestry Service building immediately. Oh shit! There are cops? The cops arrived outside the building? Kuma-chan, sorry I'm late. What's going on? Hello, sir. Today around 1 p.m., the Hinamizawa Branch School's classroom was taken over. All 25 students have been taken hostage. Wait, who called the police, though? Have been taken hostage? The suspect's initial demands were to prohibit all entry to the Branch School's property and to secure a hotline to us. So, they're willing to negotiate with us from the start? What's going on? Also, the suspect is asking for you, Oishi-san. It's Rena Ryugu. Ryugu-san? Very well. We seem to be inseparable, huh? I'll be dealing with her until the end. Oishi gave a crooked smile. We don't know if she has any accomplices. The curtains are closed, so we can't confirm the situation. Have you asked whoever told us about this? No, Rena Ryugu declared it herself. Therefore, we don't know what's going on inside. Their teacher received the call from Rena Ryugu, so as she left the classroom before the incident took place. This has been very well planned, huh? Has anyone from the forestry service have been taken hostage? Nobody from the service was there today. All 25 hostages are students. That number matches with the attendance the teacher took this morning. Plus the suspect, right? Have you seen anyone else suspicious other than Rena Ryugu? No, we've seen someone peeking out from behind the curtain, but it was the suspect herself. We're guessing there must have been at least one or two more of them, though. Well, maybe she really is doing it by herself. That little sly bastard. Rena Ryugu was a true believer in Mio Takano's scrapbooks. According to those scrapbooks, the entire village was Rena Ryugu's enemy. She didn't have anyone she could trust. However, Oishi had also believed in Mio Takano's delusion. It was possible that someone who was influenced in the same way was following Rena Ryugu. Oishi-san, the principal and the teacher are here. Hello, Chie-sensei. Are you okay? Oishi ran up to Chie-sensei, who was crying with a handkerchief held up to her face. Rena-chan is a good girl. For her to do something like this, there must be some mistake. Oh. If I were to do this by the book, I would ask you about Ryugu-san's recent behavior, but when it comes to Ryugu-san, I probably know better than you do. Please, don't worry. I'll take care of this as peacefully as possible, but I don't know about that one. Chie-sensei was huddled over, and Oishi didn't think he could say anything else to her. On the contrary, the principal was staying strong, trying to figure out how to take care of the situation. Mr. Oishi, please. If possible, I would like to request to be a hostage myself. I will take the place of the children. Let me do that instead. It's all my fault. Please, don't blame yourselves. I have things I want to ask you, so I'd appreciate if you cooperated. Banshi-kun, please show them the blueprints. Excuse me, sir. Section Chief Takasugi is on the radio. Hello, this is Oishi. Oishi-san, how goes things? Kumagai-kun informed me of the situation. The suspect is underage, huh? Please keep strict control of the press. I understand. Also, the suspect is requesting me as a negotiator. Is that okay with you? You've known Rena Ryugu since the parasite incident from the other day. I bet she still thinks you're her ally. Only you can do the job. Good luck. I really don't want to, but since I caused so much trouble, I guess I'll have to do this to make up for it. Oishi-san, Rena Ryugu's on the car phone. That was faster than expected. I'll go get it. Thank you. Hello, this is Oishi. Oishi-san, this is Ryugu. Hello, this is Oishi. Is the signal weak on your car phone? It's kind of hard to hear. Just like me, it's getting old. Oishi and I exchanged friendly words. A long cord trailed through the hallway from the teacher's office. That cord extended further to the phone on the podium in the classroom. Let's get down to business. I'll check to see if you're qualified to negotiate for me. Okay. Shoot. You are my ally, aren't you, Oishi-san? Of course. Let's expose the conspiracy of the Sonozaki family together, you and me. Oishi answered without hesitation. Was he still my ally? Or was this sly detective just saying what I wanted to hear? Either way, I only had Oishi to depend on. If I couldn't trust him, I was stuck. There would be nothing else I could do. You didn't believe me for a while either, did you, Keiji-kun? But you do now, right? Keiji-kun was sitting on the floor, facing away from me, with his head resting in his hands. We're comrades now, huh? Yeah, that's right. Rena Ryugu asked Keiji Maibara if he was her comrade, but I couldn't hear his voice. Was she trying to tell me that Keiji Maibara was still alive, or that he was being forced to obey her because of the hostages? Maibara-san is your ally too, huh? That's nice, but weren't you suspicious of Maibara-san for a while? Yep, when I heard about the BB gun incident, I couldn't believe it. But we can't let the past fool us. We have to learn from the past in order to grow. That's very good. You're absolutely right about that. That was why we forgave each other. So I don't doubt Keiji-kun anymore. Keiji-kun is my comrade. I understand. Therefore, Keiji-kun is my ally too, isn't he? Please say hello to him for me. Sure, I will. Actually, I like to say hello to him myself. Can he come to the phone? No words. The conversation stopped suddenly. That made me nervous. Did I say something wrong? Sure. Here he is. Keiji-kun, Oishi-san wants to talk to you. I heard some rattling and rustling on the other side of the phone. Hello? This is Maibara. He sounded monotone. Unable to disobey, Keiji Maibara must have been pretending to follow Rena Ryugu's orders. Hello, Maibara-san. This is Oishi from the Okinomiya police station. Thank you for coming to the phone. Let's do this together. Yes, let's do this together. What is Ryugu-san doing right now? She's walking around the classroom. Maibara-san, please say yes if your answer is yes, and yeah, and if your answer is no. Do you know what Ryugu-san wants? Yeah. That answer told me for sure. Keiichi Maibara wasn't Rena Ryugu's accomplice. There's no way Rena wouldn't tell her accomplice what she wanted after planning a hostage situation like this. How would he help someone who wouldn't even tell him what she wanted? I'll ask you directly. Are you Rena Ryugu's ally? No, let me change my question. Are you being threatened by Rena Ryugu? Yes. There you go. The other guys in the car listening on our conversation raised their fists in victory. Is Rena Ryugu the only suspect? Yes. If she was the only suspect, then we could respond appropriately. I guess nobody else believed in Takano's scrapbooks. If so, my being fooled was even more embarrassing. As I thought about my next question, I heard the phone being taken away from Keiichi. Reina came back on the line. Uh-oh. See? Keiichi-kun is my ally, isn't he? Yes, you were right. That's very promising. Okay, now it's your turn. Now... Okay, now it's your turn to talk, Oishi-san. How are the simultaneous raids on the Sonozaki family going? Remember? You promised me when we talked on the phone before. Have you found the secret research facility yet? I had to decide on what to say. Should I tell her we conducted raids or not? Maybe she already knew we didn't raid. Maybe she was just testing me. We're trying to come up with a plan for the simultaneous raids as we speak. We're talking to the prefectural police as well as the public safety division. We're talking about the entire city, so we need a little more time to prepare for it. You're taking too long. Oishi-san, don't you realize what kind of emergency situation Shishibone City is in right now? What are you doing? Oishi-san, you do believe me, don't you? You're my ally, right? Right? Please answer me. Of course I am, but the police department is a little more complicated than you think. I'm doing my best, I really am. The thing is, this is on a really big scale. Oishi-san, they poisoned me recently with the parasites that killed Tomataki-san. They poisoned me with them. I've been itching like crazy since yesterday. I'm all bloody from scratching at my throat. I might claw at my throat and die at any moment. And you're telling me you're still preparing? I knew it. Oishi didn't realize how dire the situation was. He understood there was some kind of a conspiracy in Hinamizawa, but he didn't realize how soon their plan was going to be executed. Besides, I was already feeling itchy all over my body and was bound to soon die the same way as Tomataki-san. I'm sorry, I really am doing my best, but everybody asked me if I have proof. Proof? Do you need proof? Mio-san's scrapbooks. Maybe that was what I need to convince the police. I was afraid someone would destroy the evidence if I handed them over to Oishi-san, so I kept them with me. But I didn't have much longer to live. Well, it's too late now. I might not even make it until tomorrow morning. That's right, I might be dead before tomorrow. I would die tonight. Okay, I'll give you Mio-san's scrapbooks. Please use them to convince the other policemen. Ah, that should help. Please do give me the scrapbooks. I looked through my backpack, which was lying by my feet. Mio-san's scrapbooks were in there. This is our last resort. Oishi-san, do your best. No, you must take care of it, please. Of course, trust me. I'll expose their conspiracy. I knew the police would take too long to get things moving. They're an organization, after all. That's why I'm doing this, to make them understand. You have an excuse now. Please use this chance wisely. Thank you. You can count on me. So how should we do this? Do you want me to come get it? I knew she wouldn't let me into the classroom. She was still cautious. I could guess where Reina Ryugu was going to take this thing, so I tried to stay ahead of her. I handed a memo with my instructions on it to a colleague. I can't really leave the classroom, so I'll have Keiji-kun deliver them to you. Maybe that's better. If you left the building, something might happen. What do you mean? Well, I'm sure the Sonozaki family already knows about what's going on here. I'm sure they didn't expect you to do something like this, so they might come to shut you up. Shut me up? Do you mean by shooting me? A hitman from the Sonozaki family may try to put a stop to this by sniping me. That's why you shouldn't come outside. Don't even go near the windows. I saw you peeking out the window, but you shouldn't do that. They may fire at any time. But wait a minute. Aren't there policemen around? Can't you stop that from happening? We would if we could, but it's so open around here. A well-trained sniper can easily shoot as far as 400 meters. As you know, attack units from the Sonozaki family have gone through military training, and they specialize in assassination techniques. Don't underestimate them. I need you to help me expose the conspiracy of the Sonozaki family. I understand. Thank you for your warning. Even if my life is to end tomorrow, I can't die now. That's right. Under no circumstance should you peek out the windows, okay? Be very careful. The phone conversation ended. Well, 35 minutes in. I could go like the next less than half hour more, but we need to end it from here. Oh man. But yes. Next part. Let's find out what happens during this hostage situation. So, like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you then. Have a good one.